A fire broke out in Chino Hills today, and it's scary how fast it's moving. But it's interesting. Sometimes we say that it's not that deep, but I wonder if sometimes it actually is. The piece I'd like to mention here, the name that they're using for this fire, it's called the Euclid fire. You're like, okay, it's not that deep, but what if we went a little deeper, right? What does the word Euclid mean? Etymology wise, let's go back and look into the definition of what it means. What does it mean? Right, it means good, right? Kleos, right, meaning fame, right? What if the fire actually meant something different, a glorious fire, right? What if the fire that is happening right now is one of revealing, right? And often we don't like to think about in the middle of destruction that good things can be coming out of it. But I also think that sometimes there's a message that's hidden in the deeper things. What if in the storms and the destruction in your life and the fires of your life, maybe God is like a redwood tree, opening opportunities for the seed to be revealed? What if it is only in destruction that we are truly given an opportunity to start over again? And does that mean that we relish in the deaths of many, countless? No. But what if it encourages us to hold tightly to the things that truly matter to us? Right? What if it pushes us to be a little bit more intentional to take advantage of the time that we have? The concept of a mother buckling her child into their vehicle as they prepare to flee, to get to better, higher ground or safety. Sometimes we get so caught up in what we're going to do next week or what the political thing on the agenda is that sometimes we forget that there's actually other things that matter. And so I want to encourage you in whatever fire that's going on in your life. Maybe it's revealing an opportunity for you to press in a little closer to God. We don't have as much time as we realize. And if you are at a place in your life where you realize that things matter and that you want to cherish what you have, and you realizing that you thought you had more time, but you're realizing that you want to take advantage of this time, and maybe you don't have a relationship with God. If you don't have a relationship with God and you want to have one, I'll give you some words that you can say. They're not a spell. It's not some magic word. This isn't witchcraft. That's not what we're doing here. This is just a template of words that you could say to kind of start that relationship, start the conversation of the relationship with God. You can just say, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have not taken advantage of the time that I have. And some random guy on TikTok, some random guy on YouTube, some random guy on Instagram said that life was about a relationship with you, and that because of sin, we're no longer able to have that relationship with you, but you sent your son so that we could have a relationship with you. And it doesn't make sense, but when I look out at everything that's going on in the world, I know that there needs to be some good somewhere, and it needs to start somewhere. And so I believe that you sent your son to die for my sins. And I'm not perfect, and I never will be, but I want to be in a relationship with you, the God of the heavens, and I want to be able to talk to you about these things that are hard and to talk to you about these things that are really scary. And I just ask that as I step into that place, that you would just show me who you are and remind me who I am, and the things that don't make sense, just help me make them make sense. But I choose to allow you to take the things that are in my life that are not good for me and remove them and help me focus on the things that are really important, like these blessings that I have. Maybe you know Jesus, right? Maybe this is a reminder for you. You never know the time. You already know the Lord. You're already in a relationship with Jesus, but you've stepped back and you focused on other things. You prioritize other things. I want to give you an opportunity to remember. We don't have a ton of time. Take advantage of what we have. Don't let the ones that you know and love go without understanding that there's so much more that happens after this life that we're in. Maybe God is giving us an opportunity to remember and the outpouring of his Spirit that can be extremely scary. That is sometimes in the fire that his truth is revealed, and sometimes in the chaos after the things that are lost, that we realize what's truly worth being found. So you want to know any more information? Let me know. If you're curious about why I would even consider something like this being potentially relevant at this moment in time when so many people are lost and seeking, they're just trying to find safety. If you're interested in knowing why, shoot me a message. Let's talk. We'll chat. But isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that you might have something that seems so insignificant actually have such deeper undertones, and it's almost as if the world points to the fact that there's something deeper going on, and that there is a being who is so complex in his nature that two things can mean the same thing at once. And he can speak to one person at the same time he's speaking to another person and have two different value statements happen. Anyways, random thought. What are your thoughts? What do you think's going on here? There's a lot of things going on politically. There's a lot of prophecies that are coming to pass. What do you think's going on in the world today? We don't have a ton of time, do we? God bless. Peace.